Hi and welcome back. Now this little video is on the claustrophobia difficulties when you're actually using CPAP. Now it is not uncommon for some people to actually feel quite a lot of anxiety and claustrophobia with the thought of just wearing a CPAP mask. And the feeling of claustrophobia is amplified for those that have to wear a full face mask. So that's the one that covers the nose and the mouth. Now, I once had a patient that her doctor had been trying to get onto treatment for nearly 15 years, and she was admitted to hospital with a stroke, and her specialist asked if I would work with her to try and get her onto a CPAP machine. Now, her health had deteriorated to such a degree that she really had no choice anymore. So I started with just getting her to hold the mask on her face. Now, unfortunately, it had to be a full face mask, and she was also incapacitated a bit with the dexterity due to the stroke. So I started with just placing the mask and the cushion on. It didn't have any straps. And that gave her total control. So her mind was that she could remove that at any stage. Now, this literally went on for weeks, both daytime and the night. And I eventually got her to the stage of being able to have the clips loosely connected and then just with low pressure going. So she no longer resisted and actually found that it helped with her breathing. So she was acclimatizing better every single day. Now, we weren't worried about the pressure at this stage. It was really just to get her used to actually just wearing the mask. And if you've ever broken in horses, this actually may sound familiar. So, all due respect, no disrespect intended. She actually found that with the pressure and the mask, she actually found relief with that pressure with her breathing. So she was acclimatizing every single day. Now, I'll be honest, this whole process took about 8 weeks working with her at night, and the nurses were absolutely wonderful and they copied my instructions to the letter. And so it was a great team effort. So she eventually came good and was released with a new CPAP machine and a mask. Now, the solution that I have found to this problem is patience, take your time, try and be in a relaxed state of mind, and acceptance is key, and just wean yourself into the treatment. So, first of all, ask your physician if you can have the pressure capped, meaning that the pressure is going to stay at the start pressure and it's not going to increase at all. Now, as long as you're aware that it's not going to be treating the apnea at this stage, and that's okay because it's pointless anyway if you can't wear a mask. So you just turn the pressure up as you condition to it, okay? But in the beginning, just keep it on the start pressure just so you get used to having that little bit of pressure there and getting used to having something on your face. Now, I always advise to either turn on the TV and then don't have the straps on it at all. Just have the cradle and the cushion, and you hold it there. So you put it on in the commercials, take it off in the show. Turn it on and put it on in the commercials, take it off in the show. So you just keep doing this for a few days or a few nights just to see. Don't worry about using it at night at the moment, because as I said, there's really very little pressure there, so it's not going to treat the apnea anyway. All we're doing here is conditioning you to it. So then once you're used to that, you can actually put the straps on and just connect them loosely. Don't have any tension with it at all. Just have it nice and loose and have the pressure going, and just leave it on during the show if you can, and then just get used to it that way. Now, once you're actually doing that, then you can actually introduce a day nap. So take it into the bedroom and lie down. Now, a really good thing that you can do here is actually use music. So find a piece of music that really resonates with you well. And so, for instance, for me, I love a composer called Tony O'Connor. He's an Australian, and he actually has instrumental music with nature music intertwined. And as soon as I hear that, it relaxes me and I just love it. So you could get something similar to that. I'll actually put a link to his music in there. I do not get paid to do this. It's genuine. I just find his music really good. Now, you might find that headbanging music does it for you, and that's fine as well. Whatever rocks your boat. So I usually just put on that music and then just listen to the actual instruments in the music. So, you know, pick the violins, pick the guitars, pick the piano. And then also, because of the nature, he uses a lot of birds. So see if you can pick the bird. You know, is it a swallow? Is it a crow? You know, hopefully not. And see if you can actually pick that up. Now that distracts you and helps you to focus on the music rather than what's going on here. So you want to be able to do that, particularly if it's a full face mask. You want to have great control. Now, once you're doing that, then you can actually start with trying it during the night and just have it loose. As I said, the pressure isn't going to increase, so just have it loose for now and then increase the pressure and tighten the tension as you get used to it. And you'll have to work with your CPAP provider on this and get them to keep checking it for you, and just keep checking in with your physician to make sure that he's aware of what's going on, or she is aware of of where you're up to and how this is progressing. So cut yourself some slack and just, you know, be patient with yourself. This can take time, and that's absolutely okay. So I've used this process countless times over the years and had a lot of success with it. So that brings me to the end of this video. So I hope that you have found it helpful, and if you're getting value from this, then feel free to subscribe below. And as I said, I'll put those links that I spoke about in the actual description for you. And thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Okay.